you're my neighbor from Sisters, Oregon, Jennifer.
Well, looks like it's the top of the hour. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. This is Karen O'Neill from bright and sunny and very warm Mexico, Buceria, very close to Puerto Vallarta. And that's the thing about you do life wave. We can be wherever we want to. We might even.
I've seen you tried to change, but you couldn't. If I keep going there, I'm going to drive you crazy. Who knows? I don't want.
Karen needs to unmute. Tell Karen to unmute, honey.
Karen, you need to unmute, please. Karen, you need to unmute.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Oh, I thought I did. Okay, I did. Anyway, we are here for our Monday morning magical miracles. And it's not miracles, it's science, you guys. But have you ever noticed how much science and miracles can mimic each other? Because they do go together. And this is where we gather together. We share our amazing stories, sometimes our surprising stories, even things like crooked finger stories, right, Robin? And we sometimes are very surprised at what happens. And sometimes we just, oh yeah, just another miracle. And it's wonderful. So when you come on, I want you to remember that this is about you. It's not about me, just a little bit about being a male. And remember, please do not name any diseases. We are not here to treat, cure, or claim to prevent any diseases. What we do is we put on the patch, we let them do their scientific work, and then we reap the benefits and the enjoyment, and then we share with each other what's been going. So Andrea is going to be the bravest soul to step up and be the first to bless our community with your story today. So come on in. Oh, I see a hand up. Please, thank you. Come on in, Stacey. Woo.
Good morning. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I had a distributor tell me yesterday, she's working during the day, so she can't get on these calls. But she said that ever since she had some damage that kind of helped mess with her brain, I'm sure y'all probably know what that is. She started on the X39 and it helped tremendously. And then she told me yesterday that she's been having problems like getting up and getting moving and like with her hips. And so she's like, well, I've got the X49. I haven't tried it yet. So let me try it. So after 4 days of using both the X39 and the X49, she's able to get up more freely and start moving. So I was just like, yay. So this is awesome.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Stacey, thank you for sharing that. Listen, brain, hips, we need every part of us to function well. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thanks for coming in and blessing us. Thank you. And now right along to, is it Rita? I'm having a hard time seeing that. Yes, Rita, you have your hand up. Please make sure you unmute yourself and come on in. Can't hear you yet, honey.
Do my thing. Sometimes that helps. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I am walking, running, hiking an average of 5 miles a day between January 1st and March 21st to demonstrate you can be an older person and be very healthy and active, and to raise money for a local food bank. I live in Maine and we have had an exceedingly icy winter. And I've managed to stay upright until yesterday noontime, when all of a sudden I was right on my butt bones and saying colorful words immediately. And then my next thought was, am I going to be able to get up? And after that was, am I going to be able to finish this walk? So I shook myself off. I got up, I walked, I got home. I ice waved, X49, X39, little extra doses. I finished the walk, and this morning I can get up, and I sore, but I'm not limited in any way. So how fun is that?
Oh my gosh, that is fun. That is way fun. It's beautiful. I don't know if you want to share your age. Please feel free to share or not share whatever you want to do.
I am 1 month and 1 day shy of being 80.
Woohoo! gosh, 1 month, 1 day shy of the 80s, you can fall outside on the ice, get yourself up and continue your walking. And I cannot believe how far you're walking every day. Oh my God. Aging is something to look forward to when you have LifeWave.
Another goal for this year to celebrate my
That was
80th
fall.
birthday is to run a marathon sometime in the fall.
Marathon. Oh my God. Keep us up. Keep us informed because we're all going to be cheering you on, sweetheart. And happy Valentine's Day. And we have some more hands up. Oh, look here. We have Diane. Why don't you come on in and then Sarah. Okay. Go in that order. Yay.
Good morning.
Sorry,
Happy
I'll-
Valentine's Day. So my son was transferred from Seattle to Chicago, and I came up this week to help him unpack. And I have a 15-year-old grandson who bashed his elbow on his bunk bed after I got here. And of course, I travel with patches. So I put the Eon on his elbow. And I mean, it was swollen. It was red. He couldn't move it. And he looked, and it was like 5 seconds. And he said, "Is this magic? What did you do? I can move it. I can move it all around." He was so excited. This is a 15-year-old non-believer. I was going, yay, win for the patches. So just, these are wonderful things. So that's my story.
Diane, that is beautiful. And I'm going to pop in. We met a gal yesterday. I'm just going to paint the picture. We're in Mexico. And what do you call that thing that starts with the P, Christy? We were under Palapa. We were under a Palapa. There were 3 guys playing the guitar. We were singing songs. And this gal came over. She was so, cheering. I said, come join us. And she had a really bad swollen foot. And I couldn't find any ice waves right at the moment. We had an Eon on us and we stuck it on her foot because it was throbbing. And we were there several more hours and it had not throbbed one more time. And I just wanted to put that in there because it was very similar to yours. Yeah, isn't it fun to be able to help people? It is so
Yes.
exciting. All right. Thank you. Next.
So I'm next, right?
Don't forget to unmute.
Oh, I'm
Yes, Sarah,
unmuted.
you are.
Yes,
So-
you're good, Sarah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. So good morning, everyone, and happy Love Day. So we have a friend who we hadn't seen for a long time. Every time we spoke to him on the phone, he said he was suffering. They didn't have energy. And he said, I'm getting old. He was only 70.
Only
he was,
70.
but he said he was getting old. And anyway, so, and he wasn't open to anything. So eventually we met him for a meal, and he really looked like death. He was white and he was hobbling along and could hardly sit down and get up from the chair. And I was just in shock. And I said, I don't care what you say. Here, take this. And I gave him a whole packet. And I said, I want to hear of X39. And I said, I want to hear from you in a month. That's all I'm asking. So he said, okay. And after I think it was 2 weeks, he called me. He said, I can't believe it. I'm out working again. Everything's fine. So then he signed up as a diamond. So he was
Oh my
bought.
gosh, isn't that exciting?
Oh, it's wonderful to see him
You're
so
changing
active.
lives, honey. You're changing lives.
Right.
Yeah, you're changing lives. From not being able to do anything to being active, that's huge. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for being that brave person who shares with others.
Thank you.
Okay, is it Jocelyn that's next?
Yes. Hi.
Come on in, Jocelyn. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. I want to share actually my sister's story yesterday. It's the family's story yesterday. We went out after church for a Valentine's Day lunch, and so while eating, my sister saw her the godmother of her son. So they started talking, and we saw the opportunity. So I told my husband, go get your business card for LifeWave, and we'll give it to her. So she gave it to her, and while they were talking, the godmother was talking about her medical issue, that she went for biopsy, this and so on. She's a nurse by profession, by the way, the friend. And so my sister opened, she took the opportunity and say, we have this wellness patch and this and that and so on. So she gave her some samples of X39 and Eon. And then so after the talk, we just left. And in just like 5 minutes or so of leaving, the friend texted my sister and she said, where are you guys? I've been looking for you guys because it worked for my mom. Because apparently they had a birthday party in the same restaurant, and apparently the mom have some acid stomach issue that was really bad. And because it was a buffet, so I guess she ate lots of food. She was in a lot of pain that she was crying. And so she said she's a nurse and she's a believer of wellness patches. She patched her with X39 and she became quiet, and they thought she was passing out. But she was just quiet because she was feeling the changes in her body, that she said she felt this coldness coming through her body, and she said the pain was gone. And so they were so amazed with what happened. And then there were, because it's a party, so there were another like sister who had some pain, and so she gave the patch and it worked. And so they were kind of like, where are you guys? We want you guys to do a presentation here in that restaurant. But we left. So but we made an arrangement to go see her at her place, and my sister got a silver yesterday. So we were so glad for that. So just that, happy Valentine's Day to everyone.
Oh, thank you so much, Jocelyn. That's a beautiful story. And, when you can share it with somebody in a group, like I noticed last night, you're sharing with one person and you're not really talking to anybody else, but their ears are going like that. And when they hear somebody say, I don't hurt anymore, then the hands go up if they have any. And it's just so exciting. Jocelyn, that is a beautiful story. Thank you. And you shared it beautifully. Thank you. Thank you. I don't see any more hands up, but I know there's somebody else out there itching to share.
Let's see.
Oh, I see a real hand. Jennifer, come on in.
I wasn't quick enough with the little icon for the hand anyway. I had a realization.
I understand that.
I know. This past week, as I was getting together with a really good old-time friend, and we were on a walk, it was actually more of a hike, and she said, you know what? Your back seems so much straighter. How many of you have actually filled out a health tracker but forgot things that you were actually working with? Well, here I am 5 months in, and I have a little curvature of the spine that creates a roundness in my shoulders and neck. And that I had forgotten that was even a thing. So to have someone so close to me after all these years say, wow, your back is so much straighter, had me realizing the value several months in of cumulative healing, which was really, really exciting for me. Yeah.
Which patch were you using?
I use X39 and I started using X49 daily with it in November.
Thanks.
That is so exciting. And, when we do forget, and things keep happening over the years. I've been using them 3 years, and I've noticed my voice had gotten a little bit lower and I couldn't sing. I'm an alto anyway, so I wasn't really a soprano, but I couldn't sing as high as I could. And lately I've been able to sing at the same level that I did when I was young. And that's like 3 years later that happened. So your body just keeps on healing. And if you guys know this or not, but when damage is happening on a cellular level over a life without patches, it takes a long time to show up. And I'm noticing some of the healing takes a while to show up as well, because the body has lots of healing to do. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And I think we have Judy, Jacqueline. Let's see, let's go with Judy, then Jacqueline. Then it looks like we have, is it Daniel or Danielle? And Anne-Marie. If you guys can remember that order, great. If I have to redo it, it probably won't be the same. So go ahead, unmute and come on in. Robin, I think your hand's up too.
Is it my turn?
Everybody's muted. Yeah, go ahead, because everybody else is muted.
I heard from a local friend that he fell and hurt his chest, was in a lot of pain. He has a diagnosis where he is quite weak and his hands shake a lot. And I went over and patched him yesterday. I really patched him up. And he had soreness in his shoulder and his rib. His energy was low. I had fun loading him up. And I sat with him and I was holding his hand and I said, Ken, do you notice that your tremors have gotten much less? He goes, oh my God, they have. And so it was really quite amazing. And I checked in with him today and he's doing way better. I loaded him up because I wanted him. We actually put a HAP protocol, a brain balancing protocol together for him for his other situation. But I put an EM right on his chest where the pain was, and it got better. I put some ice wave on kidney 1 because he had pain in several places. And so it's just so wonderful to have the tools to go help people feel better quickly. And he was encouraged. So that was exciting. And I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, Robin. And that's a big deal. We have a couple people down here that are dealing with that. And when your tremors, it sounds like his tremors got better like almost right away. That's amazing.
They can. And many times if people have tremors, it's due to toxins. And if they just hold a glutathione in their hand, you can tell if that's what it is, and it'll get better.
Oh, wow. Thank you. We learned so much on here. Thank you. Oh, that was beautiful. Happy Valentine's Day. Jacqueline, you're up.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
You got-
beautifully,
you got-
perfectly.
you got
Yes,
me,
I can
okay.
hear you.
Mine's a personal story. This has been going on about a week. I have how do I put this? I have an area in the front of my hip that has the nerve is pinched, okay? And it happened to me about 1.5 years ago, one other time. And so between changing my footwear and a few other adjustments I've made, the pain was not getting any better. So I started moving my patches around, and I found something out really interesting is when I moved the patches, I used the X39, the X49 energy enhancers. I think those were the big ones that I used. And I used some other ones in between, but I moved them around. That I put them one in the front of the thigh, and another one, the X39 in the front of the thigh, right over the area by the groin. And then I moved another one, the X49, to my lower back. Okay. And then I took the energy enhancers and put one at the base of my foot, the top, at the base of the second and third toe. And then I took the other one and put it under my 12th rib, and it followed the stomach meridian. And all of a sudden I started changing. It started getting better. So I kept that up. So it was kind of cool to find that moving it around, because occasionally I would get this, like a stitch, I'd call it, pain right below my rib. If I was doing something like a crunch or something, exercise, and it would cramp up on me. And so I made a discovery that a lot of it, that how connected it is, and that it followed the pattern. And so I just thought I'd share that.
That's awesome. And you might put that on Live Younger because it's pretty detailed. And I think a lot of people might be interested. That is awesome.
Right. So
That
you
is
just got to be
awesome.
creative. My point is, you got to be creative. Don't be afraid to move them around. And
Yes.
so that did help. And I did, initially it helped before, but as I started, thinking a little deeper into it, that's what I did. So,
And you're right. If it's not working, moving it does make a huge difference. That's awesome.
and I feel good today. So no pain.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. No pain
Yay.
is a good one. Oh, thank you so much, Jacqueline. And I
Thank
have
you.
another one. Let's see. Judy was here with her hand up once. Judy,
that
are you
was
still
Robin.
there?
Yeah, that was
Oh, that
Rob.
was Robin.
Yeah, and so the iPhone user is next.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right. And then I have one. Who's next?
The iPhone.
User. And I don't know who that is. You don't have a name on there. It just says iPhone.
Go
So
ahead.
just pop in if you want.
Maybe it's me.
Okay.
Maybe it's me, Michelle.
Yes, it is. Go ahead,
Okay.
Michelle. Yay.
One of my customers had a similar issue to Robin. She had one knee replaced and was having just fits with it. It hurt her so bad afterwards too. And the other one had been bone on bone for years. And so she was hobbling around between her walker and her canes and, couldn't even stand up to make a meal in the kitchen hardly. And so we got her on X39. She's been only on X39 for about a year, and they're house sharing with their daughter and had planned to make an apartment downstairs to live down there and have a separate space, but she couldn't do the stairs. And now they're doing their apartment down there, and she gets around like crazy. She gets around like a young person. She goes walking with her son. She'll walk for a couple of miles. It's kind of cold right now, but she's been walking and gets up and down the stairs just fine, carrying laundry and everything. And it's all because of X39. And she has such a happy attitude, and she just feels good.
Wow. You can't beat that. Just feels good. Oh, such a simple sentence and such a big deal. Thank you. That was wonderful. Thanks, Michelle. All right. Well, let's move along. You guys are doing great. I love it. You keep it short and how you were, what happened, how you are. And let's go on. I think let's go for Marie. Or what it switches around the level you were in, but go on ahead, Anne Marie.
Oh, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I gave this story probably 2 months ago or so on Zoom, but I know you've encouraged us, Karen, to repeat it if it's happening again and again. So I had an opportunity to patch the same situation as a couple months ago, and that is, without naming it, frequent urination, pain, burning sensation, and she had been to the doctor, wanted her to take some antibiotics, which she didn't really want to do. So I did not try to replace antibiotics, of course, but the patching that I used, and it really helped within an hour, was ice wave below the belly button, but tanned sort of to the left and down, kind of in the bladder area, and then the white to the right of that, opposite below the belly button and a little bit to the right. And then right below belly button, a couple finger widths, I did glutathione. And then we put an Eon over her tan. And that was it. And within an hour, she said she had no discomfort at all. And this was very similar to a couple months ago when I did this for someone else. So we were very happy.
Holy cow, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, wow. And then when you're talking about, is that facing her or is that her right and left side of her body?
Yeah, as if I was her. So I would look down below belly button to the left.
Okay.
Right, white.
Like on yourself. Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, let's move right along. We just have a little bit of time left and we have a couple more hands up. And then Danielle. So Giselle, don't forget to unmute.
Did you say Giselle or Danielle?
Giselle,
well,
okay.
Daniel. Giselle, yes. Hi, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Fascinating information, Robin, regarding the glutathione and tremors. So the question I was going to ask, you've already put something in the chat, but following on from that, if somebody has glutathione, in the hand for tremors, and that's not showing up as the reason for toxins as a reason, but somebody has tremors in the hand, what patches, patch or patches would you recommend for the hand tremors?
Well, my dear, there's a lot of different reasons for tremors. And typically they're neurologically based. And so, you know, I'm not a doctor and I've experimented in many different ways, but I would try the brain balancing protocol that you can find on the website, the liveyoungersuccess.com or nitty gritty under, I don't know where it is under the new website, but under nitty gritty 101, it's under patches and protocols. And where you put patches in a hat and it synchronizes brain frequency. But without knowing more, and again, it's best to consult one of our practitioners that actually understands the body and dis-ease much better than I do.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's perfect advice. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for that question. Questions are good too. We all learn. And nitty gritty 101, you guys, it is brilliant in its simplicity and ease of use. So make sure you're using it. And Daniel, now you are up.
Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Hi.
I apologize. Yes. So I would like to talk about real quick. This is day 63 patched. And I noticed a couple days ago that my voice was changing. And it's a little what's the word? It's interesting. But my voice it's like it's finding its correct tone that it was always supposed to have. And it's really, really, really nice. I'm also at, what am I? Maybe 200,000 steps, 9 miles a day. And that is all from a pretty much bedridden state. So it's this patching is not, it is about healing for me. It is about healing, but it's becoming even more so about being the best healed person I can be. And so I just want to say thank you. And I look forward to all the fun things yet to come.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Awesome. And you're right. Yeah. Our bodies heal themselves when they have.
Well, we're almost at the bottom of the hour.
Thank you. All right, let's move on. Thank you.
Looks like we're at the bottom of the hour.
Oh, I thought Kay had her hand up. I think she put it.
Someone with a hand up?
Okay, I'll let you go. Well, Kay, I thought Kay had it, but evidently not. So go ahead, Robert. I'm going to turn it over to you guys, and I'm going to mute.
Okay. Well, gosh, Monday morning miracle calls. Don't you love it? It's like we are so blessed to be part of this company, and blessed. Blessed we are. So tonight on tonight's call, we're going to be recognizing one of our new directors, and Jenna is a homeopath for how many years, Robin? A doctor of homeopathic medicine for like 30 plus years. She sees everything like many alternative practitioners do. And she latched on to LifeWave. And I'm happy to say she's one of the Cancun trip winners. So she's going to be in Cancun with us in April. And so there'll be some other surprises. And I do want to remind everybody, we have our new website. We're kind of transitioning from nitty gritty over to liveyoungersuccess.com. We've made the successful transition of about 90% of the materials from the nitty gritty websites, plural, basics and 101, into Live Younger Success. I think it's a cleaner experience for your new distributors because there's on the homepage, there's three buttons. Get started here, get started. And the goal is when somebody first joins, get them the quick start checklist and send them to liveyoungersuccess.com and have them click on the Get Started tab. So we're trying to put the systems in place to make it easy and effective and give people the best chance possible to get off to a good, solid start. So I am just looking forward to a Valentine's dinner with my darling after the call tonight, and going to be jumping on a plane tomorrow morning off to Thailand. So, but I will be surprise cameo visits on all of these calls. It'll just be at 9 o'clock in the morning here in Montana, is 11 o'clock at night in Thailand. So I'll probably be staying up late just to see all you guys. So with that being said, if everybody would like to unmute and say goodbye, we'd love to hear from you, and have a blessed day and a blessed week. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Happy
you.
Valentine's
Bye.
Day.
Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
Valentine's.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the sharing. Happy Valentine's Day.
Enjoy Mexico.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you so
call.
much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Happy St. Valentine's Day, everybody. We love you.
Great call.
We love you.
Have a good trip, Gregory.
Travels, Gregory. Safe travels.
All
Safe
right,
travels.
thank you.
Thanks,
you,
Tom. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to hang it up.